Elon Musk, the second richest person in the world. But what goes under the radar? His wealth is credited to just two companies, Tesla and SpaceX. There was a time when this centi-billionaire was about to go bankrupt, and the credit also goes to these two companies. But he somehow did the impossible, saved both companies, and today is probably the most visionary human alive. In this episode, we are going to know why was Elon on the verge of bankruptcy and how did he come out of it. The year was 2002. eBay bought PayPal. Elon was able to fulfill what a normal budding entrepreneur would dream of, making a unicorn. Not this one. He had earned $165 million from this deal, and if earnings from his previous ventures were accounted for, they reached upwards of $180 million. Elon was rich. Not now Elon rich, but rich. Elon had two options with him: become an investor, invest in an upcoming startup, and one day be a billionaire. Many of his friends at PayPal did the same. Peter Thiel, the man who was the CEO of PayPal after removing Elon, could be the best example of it. If you want to know why was Elon removed from PayPal, then we have made a video on it. Do check it, link is in the description. But he chose the second path, a grueling path where you have to give 100 hours a week and sometimes even more. The odds are high, but the sacrifice and the risks were astronomical too, and Elon being Elon chose it. As Elon once said, when something is important enough, you do it, even when the odds are not in your favor. Elon loved rockets, not since 2002, but since his childhood. In 1984, Musk quoted a rather simple space shooter called Blaster that could be said as the first venture of Elon Musk. This same love came up to the forefront when Elon decided that his next company would be based on rockets. The world mocked Elon, and one of them was Neil Armstrong, the childhood hero of Elon Musk.
You know, there are American heroes who don't like this idea.
I was very sad to see that because those guys are, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough.
He wished to send a rocket to Mars to increase public interest in space exploration, but what was more outlandish was that he wished to spend not more than $20 million on it. Everyone ridiculed Elon sending a rocket to Mars when sending a rocket just to outer orbit with 500 pounds of load could cost you about $30 million. But Elon had a plan. He went to Russia. There he tried to buy an intercontinental ballistic missile. He wished to buy it for $4 million, but the lowest they could go was $8 million. Elon was rejected and mistreated. He had to come back empty-handed. While returning to the USA, Elon did back up the calculations. He found that raw materials used in the rocket cost no more than 3% of the final value. That's insane. Elon, after returning to the US, set on a journey to know more about rockets. He read books, several books based on rocket technology from the Cold War era, and finally established world's first privately owned space exploration company, Space Exploration Technologies, or SpaceX in short. Then he went on search of a team that would believe in his vision, was capable and willing to make it a reality. His ideal candidates would be youngsters from a highly reputed university who had impressive grades, or rising stars from Boeing and Lockheed Martin, and who could give their social life for SpaceX. He would call all those candidates and put forward the job offer. Many of them would call it a prank, but when they would come to the designated places, they would find it wasn't a lie. So off. Within a year, Elon was able to assemble one of the best brains in that sector. Together, they would build everything, from the engines to the rocket bodies and out to the circuitry. The R&D was so smooth that they built many products that were cheaper, lightweight, and would also perform better than other companies. They went to such a scale that more than 80% of the equipment was built by SpaceX. In 2003, Elon Musk made Mark Tarpenning and Martin Everand. Two entrepreneurs were planning to launch world's first electric sports car, but the company was going through a financial crisis and was in search of funds. Martin and Mark had a good background working together. Their last venture was Nimbu Media, an ebook manufacturing company, and it was a great success. We had made a complete video on ebook and their history. The link is in the description. In 2004, Elon invested $6.35 million in Tesla. It was not a huge amount, but it was enough to make it going on roads. In return, Elon became the chairman of the company's board. Elon's experience in SpaceX turned out to be the roadway for their stint at Tesla. The hiring strategy of both Tesla and SpaceX was similar, but this time was not poaching employees from Boeing, but Apple's. While at SpaceX, Elon had planned to launch Falcon 1 in November 2003. It was a target that they were never going to achieve. Flying your first rocket just after 18 months of starting your company can only be fantasizing, even for Elon Musk. Then came the year 2006, the year that was going to be one of the most important years for Elon, but not a pretty one. On 24th March 2006, Falcon 1 flew, but not more than 41 seconds because of a fuel leak. The same year, Roadster was released, the first car from Tesla. It got 100 pre-orders on its first day. That was a great number for an electric sports car, the idea the whole world was skeptical about. But the good part about the Roadster was only the start. The car cost about $80,000, but for Tesla to manufacture one, it cost $140K. They were losing a whooping $60,000 per car. In total, about 2,500 Roadsters were bought. Tesla promised to deliver those in 2007. The year 2007 turned out to be a train wreck again for Musk. He had to fire Everend from his own company. The history made a fool round. Elon himself was fired from his own company by Peter Thiel, but now he was on the delivering end. On the other side, even SpaceX wasn't doing well. Its flight in 2007 was not a successful one. Then came the year 2008. It was the worst year, both for Elon and the world. The world got its financial crisis, and Elon too. On March 2008, Elon launched the third Falcon 1 that never made it to the orbit, and after 1 month, his wife publicly announced divorce. The Roadster was a failure, and the Tesla had $9 million in their pockets. Elon wanted cash, and a huge amount of it, but the timing was worst. Amid financial crisis, finding an investor for his company was an utopian dream. Elon had two companies and money to save one of them, either focus on Tesla and leave SpaceX or vice versa. Then Elon did something that if it hadn't worked out would have been one of the biggest blunders in history. But it is what makes Elon special. He went for the fourth attempt to make the rocket, and this time he has succeeded. To save Tesla, he sold all his remaining assets and asked some of his friends to pitch in. He invested $20 million and got a similar amount from his friends. Tesla was saved for them. Later, Daimler automaker would invest $50 million on Tesla. They got a loan of $465 million from US Department of Energy, and in the following year, Tesla went public. And SpaceX, well, it did what Elon dreamed of, making a cheap rocket that could work, but it was in vain. What is the purpose of making a great product if the company is going to get bankrupt? The hopes were lost. Then something happened, something that could only be described as the best Christmas gift one could get. On 23rd December, Elon got a call from NASA. NASA had awarded SpaceX a whooping $1.6 billion contract to resupply International Space Station. Elon was able to do the impossible. He saved two companies at the same time. Today, when we see Elon at such a high point, we need to remember he deserved it because he went through such lows that no one of us could have gone. He chooses the path that no one of us could choose. He decided to take the chances that no one of us could take. Thanks for watching.
I remember waking up the Sunday before Christmas in 2008 and thinking to myself, man, I never thought I was someone who could ever be capable of a nervous breakdown. But I felt this was the closest I've ever come because it seemed pretty dark. We were running on fumes at that point. We had virtually no money.
So a fourth failure.
A fourth failure would have been absolutely game over.
Done.
SpaceX
bankrupt.
Yeah, it's bad enough to have 3 strikes. Having 4 strikes, it's kaput.